Love the Ravens as much as we do? Then smash that subscribe button and stay locked in with Flock News for all the drama, updates, and excitement all season long. The entire NFL world has been set ablaze by one rumor. And trust me, this one's not just smoke. Word on the street is that Davante Adams, yes, that Davante Adams, is about to become the biggest signing in Baltimore Ravens history. The same wide receiver who terrorized defenses for years, who turned impossible throws into highlight reels, might soon be catching passes from Lamar Jackson. Now, before you start screaming cap, let's take a breath and look at the pieces that seem to be moving behind the scenes. There's been tension in Las Vegas for months. Adams hasn't been shy about his frustrations with the Raiders' inconsistency, especially with their quarterback carousel spinning faster than a Vegas slot machine. On the other side, the Ravens have been craving a true WR1 for years, someone who can stretch the field, dominate one-on-one coverage, and elevate Lamar's passing game to MVP levels again. Everything, and I mean everything, points toward a perfect storm brewing. Insiders claim that Baltimore's front office has been unusually quiet lately, the kind of silence that usually precedes something massive. Fans are already losing it online, speculating that a blockbuster deal is imminent, one that could redefine the Ravens' offensive identity forever. The whispers started with a single tweet. Some anonymous account dropped a cryptic post. Purple Rain meets the best hands in the league. At first, nobody took it seriously. But then a few verified insiders began hinting at major movement, involving a Pro Bowl wide receiver and an AFC North contender. Suddenly, everyone connected the dots. When you think of elite receivers available for the right price, Adams' name instantly rises to the top. The timing is just too perfect. The Ravens have the cap flexibility after restructuring a few contracts, and Adams' discontent in Las Vegas has become a public secret. He's been caught on camera looking visibly frustrated on the sidelines, shaking his head after missed throws and poor offensive execution. Combine that with Baltimore's offensive coordinator Todd Monken, who's known for designing schemes that feed dynamic receivers, and you have the ingredients for an NFL explosion. If this rumor holds any truth, the Ravens wouldn't just be signing a star, they'd be rewriting their offensive DNA. Imagine Lamar dropping back, seeing Adams streaking across the middle, and delivering a perfect strike. Baltimore hasn't had that kind of weapon since, well, ever. Some say this move has been in the making for months. Apparently, during the offseason, Lamar Jackson and Davante Adams crossed paths at a private workout event in Miami. Cameras didn't catch much, but a few witnesses claimed the two spent hours talking after the drills, laughing and throwing passes long after everyone else had left. Fast forward to now, and those whispers suddenly feel prophetic. Adams has always admired Lamar's dual-threat ability, calling him a nightmare for defenses in a past interview. On the flip side, Lamar has never hidden his admiration for elite receivers, once joking in a press conference, "Man, I'd love to throw to a dude like Davante." It's almost poetic how things are lining up. Some Ravens fans even believe this could be part of a long-term strategy, a push to make Baltimore a true Super Bowl favorite before Lamar's prime years slip away. And if you think the city isn't ready for it, you're wrong. Baltimore thrives on energy, swagger, and dominance. Adams would fit right into that culture, instantly becoming not just a player, but a symbol of ambition. The kind of move that says, we're not just here to compete, we're here to own the league. Now, let's talk about what this would mean for the locker room. Bringing in Davante Adams changes everything. The vibe, the chemistry, the standard. The Ravens' current receiver core, with young talents like Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, would instantly gain a mentor who's been through it all, from Green Bay's perfectionist offense to Las Vegas chaos. Adams' work ethic is legendary. Teammates describe him as the first one in and the last one out, the kind of player who practices every route like it's a game-winning snap. Imagine what that does to a young roster hungry for greatness. And Lamar? He finally gets the kind of target who can make contested catches look routine. Defenses would be forced to choose, stack the box to contain Lamar or double Adams and risk getting torched on the ground. That kind of dilemma hasn't existed for Baltimore in years. The potential ripple effect is enormous. Mark Andrews would see fewer double teams. The running game would open up. The offense would finally balance out. And for once, the Ravens could go toe-to-toe with teams like Kansas City or Buffalo in a shootout. And let's not forget the narrative power here. The Ravens have always been known for defense. Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, that gritty Baltimore identity. But imagine shifting that legacy into a new era where offense becomes the statement piece. Signing Davante Adams would send a message across the entire NFL. Baltimore is done being the team that just grinds out wins. They're ready to shine. It's not just about making the playoffs anymore. It's about dominance, style, and fireworks. Social media would go nuclear. Highlight reels, fantasy drafts, jersey sales, all of it would skyrocket overnight. This isn't just a football move, it's a marketing earthquake. The Ravens brand would explode globally, bridging that gap between old-school toughness and new-age flair. Adams himself has always carried star power, calm, confident, lethal on the field, and respected off it. Pair that with Lamar's charisma, and you've got a duo that could easily become the face of the NFL. Whether this rumor turns out to be fact or fantasy, it's clear one thing. Everyone's talking about it, and nobody's ready to let it go. Still, let's keep it real, there are always skeptics. Some say the numbers don't add up, that Baltimore would need to make major cap moves to land Adams' contract. Others argue that Las Vegas wouldn't let him walk without a huge return, possibly multiple first-round picks. But then again, how often do we see NFL teams make shocking, reality-bending trades? Just ask fans in Buffalo when Stephon Diggs was moved, or in Kansas City when Tyreek Hill left. Anything is possible when frustration meets opportunity. And right now, Adams looks frustrated, and the Ravens look hungry. Behind closed doors, maybe the wheels are already turning. Maybe this is one of those moments we'll look back on and say, the signs were there all along. Until something official drops, all we have are the whispers, the tweets, and the energy pulsing through the fan base. But one thing's undeniable. The thought of Davante Adams in purple and black has set the NFL world on fire. And even if it's just a rumor, it's the kind of rumor that refuses to die. If this deal actually goes through, it could mark a turning point not just for Baltimore, but for the entire AFC landscape. Imagine the headlines. Davante Adams joins Ravens. NFL power balance shifts overnight. The thought alone sends shivers down the spines of defensive coordinators everywhere. Picture Lamar Jackson rolling out of the pocket, scanning the field, and seeing Adams carving through double coverage like it's nothing. The Ravens' offense, once criticized for being too predictable, would suddenly become one of the most dynamic and explosive units in football. And you know what? This wouldn't just be a short-term splash. This could define the next 5 years of AFC football. The chemistry between a precise route runner and an improvisational quarterback like Lamar could become something special, something that rewrites highlight reels and forces analysts to rethink what Baltimore football looks like. The more you imagine it, the more it makes sense, right? It's like watching a puzzle finally come together after years of mismatched pieces. Baltimore's been chasing a moment like this, and now, the universe might just be handing it to them. And here's the wild part. The fans are already treating it like it's official. Ravens Nation has erupted online. Digital artists are making mock-ups of Adams in the purple uniform. Fan accounts are crafting hype videos. And even former players are dropping cryptic emojis hinting that something's cooking. It feels like a movie trailer for a blockbuster that everyone knows is coming, but nobody's seen yet. Even national sports shows have started dedicating full segments to the possibility, debating cap hits, trade packages, and how the offense would look under Monken's system. It's not every day that a rumor grips the entire football world like this. The anticipation is electric, almost tangible. And you can bet that if it does happen, the first press conference in Baltimore will break viewership records. Adams standing beside Lamar, smiling under that Ravens banner, would instantly become one of the most iconic sports images of the decade. That's how big this feels. It's more than football. It's drama, legacy, and storytelling all colliding in real time. The business side, of course, is where things get really interesting. Adams' contract is massive, around $140 million with bonuses and guarantees that could make most front offices hesitate. But the Ravens have never been afraid of bold moves when the timing feels right. Remember when they bet on Lamar's unique style despite all the criticism? That gamble turned into an MVP season. Baltimore has built its brand on calculated risks, and this one would be no different. Reports suggest that a few veterans might be willing to restructure their deals to make cap space if it means bringing Adams aboard. That kind of willingness tells you everything about how much respect he commands across the league. Players want to win, and they know Adams is a difference maker. The front office, led by Eric DaCosta, has proven it knows when to strike. And if this rumor holds any truth, they could be preparing the ultimate checkmate move just before the trade deadline. The timing is poetic, almost cinematic, the kind of plot twist that changes everything we thought we knew about Baltimore football. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. For the Raiders, this would mark the end of an era that never fully found its rhythm. Adams came to Vegas to reunite with his college buddy Derek Carr, only to watch that relationship crumble when the team decided to move on. Since then, it's been instability, quarterback uncertainty, and wasted potential. Trading him now, while painful, could signify a reset, a way for the Raiders to stockpile draft picks and rebuild their identity. But for Adams, it would be liberation, a chance to join a contender, a real shot at a ring. And for Baltimore, it would be destiny fulfilled. Imagine the narrative symmetry. Adams, once catching passes from Aaron Rodgers in the frozen tundra of Green Bay, now becoming the superstar who finally gives Lamar Jackson the elite target he's always deserved. From cheeseheads to purple rain. It just sounds right, doesn't it? This wouldn't just be a trade. It would be a career resurrection, a statement that greatness demands the right stage, and maybe, just maybe, Adams has found his encore performance. And if you think the Ravens' locker room wouldn't embrace him, think again. This team is built on brotherhood, on trust, competitiveness, and respect. Bringing in someone like Adams would elevate that environment to another level. Picture Zay Flowers learning from one of the best route technicians ever, Rashad Bateman finally freed from double coverage, and Lamar gaining the kind of confidence that comes from knowing he has a receiver who can win any matchup. Practices would be legendary, the kind of iron sharpens iron battles that shape champions. Even the defense, led by Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton, would get sharper facing Adams daily. It's like adding a new dimension to the entire franchise. Baltimore wouldn't just be stronger, they'd be smarter, more dangerous, more complete. The ripple effect would touch everything, from locker room morale to national perception. And maybe that's why fans are clinging to this rumor so tightly. Because deep down, it feels like the missing piece of a championship puzzle that's been a decade in the making. In the end, whether this blockbuster becomes reality or fades into off-season legend, one thing's for sure. The idea of Davante Adams wearing Ravens purple has captured everyone's imagination. It's the kind of storyline that reminds us why we love sports. The suspense, the hope, the endless what-ifs. Even if it never happens, this rumor has already done something powerful. It's made fans dream again. Dream of fireworks over M&T Bank Stadium, of Lamar Jackson and Davante Adams connecting on Sunday Night Football, of Baltimore roaring louder than ever. Maybe it's fantasy. Maybe it's foreshadowing. But right now, it's the most exciting conversation in football, and it refuses to fade. Because when a superstar like Adams and a quarterback like Lamar exist in the same universe, the possibilities are too big to ignore. Whether this story ends with a signature or just a sigh, it's already cemented itself in NFL folklore. The whisper that became a wildfire, the rumor that made Baltimore believe in magic once more. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.